What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new live stream. Today we're going to be diving in and giving my final 2021 Oscar prediction, because the Oscars, they're this week pretty much. Well, a week from now. I will be reacting to those in an edited form. I cannot do live. I do not like watching the Oscars for all 3 hours. I think that is crazy. But this would not be a prediction video without having some great guests with me. And as well, guys, if you guys are joining in the chat, the reason I do this live is so you guys can join me along. Comment down your thoughts, your winners, all sorts of things like that. I'm going to bring in my first guest. My other guest, I think, might have died, so he's not in here yet. But my first guest, of course, is Ren Geekness himself. Ren, how you doing today?
I'm good, brother. Thanks for having me on. Excited to talk some Oscars. Can't believe it's next Sunday.
Oh my god, I know. It's felt like forever at this point because the world went to shit and they pushed it back a bit, and I'm wondering how next year will be. You know what I mean?
True.
And I think the thing about Oscar night that I really like the most is how we can get just excited about it. You know what I mean? Like, and even though like we know we're probably gonna be mad, but I think the thing that I'm looking forward to is seeing what's the big, not snub per se, but the thing that's like, oh, that.
Yeah.
Like the Olivia Colman win that 1 year was so big, and I was like, wow, damn. So just kind of going into this, guys, how we kind of listed this was kind of the ones that we want to win, who we think will win, and in general, I'm trying to read my notes, guys. And the other thing is the kind of the dark horse in that race. Who could be that Olivia Colman in a sense? Who could come out of nowhere and just steal the entire show? So ready, get ready, started with this?
I am very ready.
So let's go and start with best score. I'm gonna have you start with this one.
Oh, best score. Do you want me to list the nominees?
Oh yeah. You know, that would be a smart thing. You know, you say that for this one, and then I will actually bring them up for this next thing.
All right. So the nominees for best score this year are The Five Bloods, Terrence Blanchard; Mank, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross; Minari by Emile Mosseri; News of the World by James Newton Howard; and Soul by Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross, and Jean-Baptiste.
And who is your winner? Who do you think will win? Who do you want to win? All sorts of things like that.
Who do I think will win? I think, obviously, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross are the favorites. I have a fear they will win for Mank. I think they should win for Soul. I think the dark horse in this case would be... It's a toss-up on who the dark horse is between Minari and News of the World, but I'm going News of the World because James Newton Howard.
Okay. You really think News of the World, man?
I think they're the dark horse. I don't think they should win or will win, but I think the possibility.
So you're in the camp that Trent Reznor wins for Mank.
I think, unfortunately, they win for Mank. They should win for Soul.
I'm going to disagree with you. I do think they win for Soul. That's my winner. I 100% think they will win for Soul. I think that's the stronger film. But honestly, this is a strong year. The Five Bloods is a really good score. Mank had a great score too. Minari, I actually think is the dark horse in this race. I think that's the one that could come out of nowhere because that's a score that it sticks with you and serenades throughout your head. And it's just something interesting. So I like it. I dig it. Best score, we got Soul. Cool. Let me know. Let's see who we got. So we got Christian Knight says Soul has original score in the bag. Tobo Fett says Soul definitely going to win the score. Trainer Gamer, News of the World is such a powerful movie with Tom Hanks, and I loved it. I liked it. I liked it too. I didn't love it, but I liked it. And the score is really good for it. The score is probably one of the technical aspects of that film are probably some of the best. Christian Knight, you did not miss any categories. We literally just started. Where the fuck is Tenet? Exactly my thoughts. I'm sure Ren said the same thing.
That was the winner.
I'm going to be honest. Out of these scores, I probably would have taken Mank or The Five Bloods out.
Yeah, same.
To put Tenet. Not saying that either of those were bad score, but double nominations, That's the only thing that kind of leads me to a dark horse that Minari could win, because some people will be like, oh, well, they're already nominated for this, and they already won an Oscar,
Yeah.
so let's move to the next one, Ren. Best Sound. With this nominations, we have Greyhound, Mank, News of the World, Soul, Sound of Metal. I'm going to let you go with this one again.
So I think this one is in the bag. I think it will win. I think it should win. If there's let me start with the dark horse. If there's a dark horse, it's gotta be for some reason Greyhound. But I think this is Sound of Metal's to lose for sure.
I'm gonna be honest. I did this predictions before the Annie Awards last night. So
okay,
and Sound of Metal didn't win anything. I can't, and I don't think any of I can't remember what actually won off the top of my head, but I know Sound of Metal didn't win. Sound of Metal should win this. It's the pick I would do. It's what I would vote for out of all these films. It was the best sound design ever. Are you happy that they mixed the sound awards? I haven't.
At first I had an issue, but after hearing what the sound people in Hollywood had to say, I understand why they did. It's dangerous because now the general audience continues to not know the difference between sound editing and sound mixing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? If they don't have a problem, I don't have a problem. I will say, however, Zach, that Tenet should be here. I don't care what anybody says. I heard it perfectly. It should be here. Too. It should win.
I did too. So out of this, I think the dark horse is Mank to win because of the technical aspect of it all. Mm-hmm. But I'm with you. I do think Sound of Metal should and will win, hopefully. Now, jumping over back to the chat, Paulo asks, what are some other scores you liked in 2020? Anything that kind of stuck out to you, Ren?
Tenet was my favorite score. Soul had a beautiful score. What else was nominated for score? Hang on.
Well, just in general.
Minari. Yeah, but since I have these ones in front of me. Promising Young Woman. I know we all stick to the soundtrack, but the score to that film is really, really good.
Yeah.
Trial of the Chicago 7. It's not one of my favorite scores. Wouldn't have nominated, but it's underrated. We need to talk about it more.
Mm-hmm. Wonder Woman 1984. Excellent score. I don't care what anyone
Wonder
says.
Woman has a damn good score. I mean, it's Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
Come on. Pieces of a Woman has a really great score. Those are just
Possessor, interesting, unique score.
Yes, very techno 80s.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Weirdly enough,
Nomadland has a great score. Nomadland is great.
The most underrated score of last year, Wendy.
Ooh, nice. That's a good pull.
Excellent score. Trailer Gamer, Soul's such a win, obviously. Sound of Metal, another easy win. It would be interesting. I would love if Soul got one for best sound. I would love if Soul won for best sound, guys. Like that is a movie that would be great. If there were still two sound categories, do you think they would have gone to different movies? Typically they're the same films from what I've noticed, maybe one or two differences. What do you think, Ron?
I agree. Usually they're generally the same movies. Maybe there's one or two that differ, but generally the same movies ended up being nominated for both. So again, it's one of those things that it didn't end up changing things all that much by putting the two categories together.
I agree. Also, guys, before I take anyone more shit, one quick question: how are there 17 of you guys in here and only 6 likes? That's kind of bullshit. Come on. You know, when I do a live stream, I'm gonna patronize you guys for this. Hit that like button. Make sure if you're new here also to go subscribe to this channel and also Ren's channel down below in the description down below. So guys,
very close to 3K.
Yeah, we're not continuing until we get to 10 likes. Okay, we're at 11. All right. All right, Max Bolton sends in a super chat. Thank you so much for that £1. I love the Rango. I've been in the mood to watch Rango for such like a little bit now, and I need to jump on that. If there were, we talked that one. Sound of Metal. Yep. I'd be mad if Sound of Metal lost this, then literally the front runner in any other. I agree.
Yeah.
Mank has really cool sound. I love the reverb and all the voices, but SOM, Sound of Metal should win for sure. Wait, when are the Oscars? Sorry, I'm out of the loop. It is a week from now, next Sunday night. Yep. Mortal Kombat should win. Do you agree with that, Ren?
Maybe next year. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't agree or disagree.
I think if we were to split, Sound of Metal would win mixing and Mank would win editing. That is a good.
That's an interesting question. I actually would wager that it would win mixing.
Yeah, that is actually a really good. That's actually a really good thing. The Midnight Sky. Yeah. I forgot Wendy even came out last year. Yeah, so did the entire public. What is Wendy? It's a great film that no one liked.
I wanted to like it, Zach. I'm sorry. You know I was very excited to see it. It's not bad, by the way. It's disappointing.
Last year, 1917 and Ford vs. Ferrari split. I think Tenet could have gotten nominated for sound editing. Not bad.
Yeah.
Is it bad in this category? I've only seen Soul and Mank. No, not at all. Not at all, man.
No, you're still in time. If you're from the UK, News of the World is out on Netflix. Mank is out on Netflix, and Greyhound is on Apple TV, but it's not that good of a movie, so don't watch it.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't. I liked Greyhound. I think that's a movie I wish I would have seen in theaters. Oh yeah, I agree. It is fine. All right, moving to the next one. Best visual effects. The nominations are Love and Monsters, which I still need to watch. The Midnight Sky.
You haven't seen it?
Dude, I bought that thing the first day it came out. I still haven't watched it. I want to, like, I don't know what it is. Like, I want to watch it. I heard it's really good. The Midnight Sky, Mulan, The One and Only Ivan. Really happy that's in there. That movie had some pretty good CGI. And Tenet. Ren, go.
It's Tenet, dude. It's like, I really like Love and Monsters. It's really fun.
Without your biasness, you think Tenet wins?
100%. Like, I enjoy The One and Only Ivan, but as soon as it was nominated, I'm like, what the fuck? Kind of the same with Midnight Sky. Again, gorgeous visuals, but if anything, this is a category that speaks the most to what kind of year we had in 2020. Because there's a movie that clearly belongs there with Tenet. Mulan, it's not that weird that it is there. Love and Monsters, Midnight Sky, these movies
I'll be honest,
are the movies.
The film that should be in here is Invisible Man. That's the one that's like sorely lacking.
I agree with that. You know, these movies speak to the fact, whether they deserve to be, whether you and I agree that they should be here or not. You know that if 2020 hadn't been like it was, apart from Tenet and maybe Mulan, the other movies would not be nominated for this category. Not a chance in the world. So I think it will go to Tenet, and I think it should go to Tenet. If there's a dark horse, honestly, I think it's Midnight Sky, because on a superficial level, it's the most Academy-friendly movie out of these, if you want to put it that way.
I'm going to sit here and say I think Tenet wins, but I think the dark horse is Midnight Sky. I 100% think it's honestly a 50-50 race here, because the Midnight Sky has won some visual effects stuff and Tenet has won stuff. I think it really depends, you know, because Midnight Sky, I didn't love the movie. In fact, I didn't really like it either. I thought it was pretty jumbled.
Me neither.
It's very mixed. Like, there were some great aspects in there and some not so. The visual effects is some of the best parts about the film, hands down. I mean, probably is probably the best thing, and the score is pretty good too. But like that's hands down the best part about the film is the visual effects. So let's jump over here. Wow, this category feels gutted. It does. Love and Monsters is a blast. I need to watch it. Tenet will probably win. Midnight Sky could maybe win because it won the VSX, but Tenet won the BAFTA and Critics' Choice, and the BAFTAs are really good at predicting this category. Yes, but Critics' Choice I do not see in there. I feel like it's a winner, but it's not. I don't know. Tenet wins this one. I'm torn between Midnight Sky and Tenet for predictions. This is a hard one. I think Tenet will win. The Midnight Sky actually has great visual effects, but Tenet all the way. Why is Mulan even nominated? Because Mulan had decent visual effects. Love and Monsters is such a... I'm guessing you mean a good movie with Dylan O'Brien. That movie definitely made my 2020 list and worth the watch. Awesome. All right. The next one we're going to go to is Best Editing. Let's go scroll up. Best Film Editing. Best Film Editing. The Father. Nomadland. Promising Young Woman. Sound of Metal. And The Trial of the Chicago 7. Ren, take it away.
It's really tough, this one. I
There's a
want to
clear winner.
say...
There's one that should clearly win, but
Then you start. You start then.
The one that should win, I actually don't think it will, is The Father. The Father 100% should fucking win. That film literally hinges on the production design and the film editing. Like, that's what makes that film. I mean, there's a bunch of things that make that film really good, but it's that in particular that makes the effect work. Mm-hmm. I think that's what I should say. But so is Sound of Metal. I actually changed my thing this morning. I'm going to go with The Trial of the Chicago 7. I think The Trial of the Chicago 7 wins this. I say it because it's actually won Best Film Editing the last couple of days. And that's kind of surprising. But I want Promising Young Woman to win.
Wow.
I want that film to get more nominated. I want that film to get a couple more wins. But Ren, I don't know. It's between The Father or Promising Young Woman. You take it next.
I'm actually going to go, I think The Trial of the Chicago 7 will win as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm torn on who should win, if it is The Trial of the Chicago 7 or The Father. Both of them are... I mean, none of these films are badly edited, like the nominated movies. Like, all the editing prowess to them, they deserve the praise. I'm really torn when it comes to who should, between The Father and The Trial of the Chicago 7. And I think The Father is the dark horse. Because it is a movie that has marvelous, pristine editing. Yeah. But The Trial of the Chicago 7, man, fuck. It's so well done. Like, I went back to rewatch that film about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago now. And I was just, holy shit, this is well put together. But again, same with The Father, and because it's more of a isolated story, mostly this one location, you notice it more. But I won't be mad at whoever wins this one, but those are the two that really stand out.
For sure, man. For sure. Kind of jumping back over there. Geekly Goods is here. Let's go. Tenet.
Woohoo!
James Condict. I've seen 3 of these, and that was for the visual effects. Sonic should have at least got... That is true. Where the fuck was Sonic for the visual effects? The fact those developers had to go back and do all that, I think they deserve something. Christian Knight, Critics' Choice isn't great at predicting this category. Endgame won last year and Black Panther won the year before. That's actually true.
Yeah.
So, after watching The Father yesterday, I love that editing. Sound of Metal, though. Geekly Goods. I love Sound of Metal, but Trial deserves it. I forgot about The Father. Actually, that should win. My pick is The Father. Trial. The Father is my personal pick, but I'm not sure about my prediction. The editing was so essential to The Father. I'm going Chicago 7 because of its tight. Fuck it. I'm changing my prediction to Chicago 7. I'm not going with my gut. I'm not going with what I actually want. While I think Sound of Metal can win, I'm predicting Trial of the Chicago 7. Paolo, I'm so conflicted about editing because they all use editing in different ways. That's what's good. This is a great category.
True.
This is a great category for this all. Sonic Animation Studio went bankrupt. That's terrible. Cynical Dread, yo, what's up? Happy to have you here. So, overall...
Sonic wasn't the only reason, by the way, Geekly Goods, our good friend Leo. Sonic wasn't the only reason. You know what else the people who did Sonic were doing, Zach?
What?
Cats.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. All right, jumping in, Best Cinematography, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, News of the World, Nomadland, and The Trial of the Chicago 7. Now, I got to be honest here. I would actually take The Trial of the Chicago 7 out of here and insert The Five Bloods or a big most notable one. Where the fuck is Minari? Where is Minari in this? The fact that Minari did not get nominated is absolutely baffling to me. Anyways, though, I was going to make a joke and say my winner's Minari, but it's not here. So, Nomadland is your winner. I do not think there's a single dark horse in this race. I would honestly be pretty pissed if Nomadland did not win this. I would be pretty shocked too. So, Nomadland, I want Nomadland to win. But if I'm going to be cool and give it to something else, Judas and the Black Messiah, I was really surprised with how good that cinematography came out. Because we've seen that design, that production design, that just locales before, but they just shot out, and Sean Bobbitt really did a really good job with that. So shout out to that. Ren, your turn.
This movie is going to win. It should win cinematography, and that is Nomadland.
Yeah.
Like, all these movies, all of these nominees are sensational-looking films.
Yep.
Nomadland is playing on another level, I feel. If there's a dark horse, I'm actually going to disagree with you, Zach, because it's Hollywood, and it is a marvelously shot film.
Yeah.
But Mank, to me, is the dark horse. That's the real competition Nomadland has ahead of it. But if I was the guy voting, this is easily Nomadland's Oscar to take.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right, let's jump over to the chat. Spaz, Nomadland will win, but let's go. Judas, Geekly Goods, Minari got so botched here. I agree. Christian Knight, cinematography is an easy one. Nomadland, I'm thinking of ending things, and Minari deserved trial spot. Ending things would have been a good pick for this. Nomadland will and should win. It looked so great. Mank was shot technologically from a classic Hollywood. God-wise trial here. Minari should definitely be here. What about Midnight Sky? I know, like, I gave the film, like, a C or something, but, like...
I gave it a C, too.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I didn't... I can feel the way I feel. Okay. Let's jump into Best Original Script now.
All right.
Judas and the Black Messiah. Minari. Promising Young Woman. Sound of Metal! And The Child of Chicago 7. This is a great... I honestly have no qualms in here. The only one I probably would have put in here is Palm Springs. But you asked me who I would take out, and I don't know what I would say because they're all great. Ren, I'm going to let you start with this one.
Okay, I think... Because I'm going back and forth. I keep on changing the who should and who will. But I'm going with my heart. Promising Young Woman will win. I think it should win. And much like cinematography, it only has one real competition facing it, and that is The Trial of the Chicago 7. It's Aaron Sorkin, and it should not win because it's Aaron Sorkin. It's just because it's a really fucking good screenplay. When we say it's Aaron Sorkin, we say that for a reason. But I gotta go with Promising Young Woman, man. That was so fresh, so unique, such a brave movie. Because you know what that ending did. You know how people feel about that ending. It's very divisive, and that was the point.
That is the most satisfying fucking ending I've watched. I loved it.
So I'm going Promising Young Woman here, but Trial of the Chicago 7 could win. And I won't be mad about it. I'll be a little... I wish Promising Young Woman would have won, but, I won't be mad either way between those two.
I agree. I'm going to give it to Promising Young Woman as well. I think this is the winner. This is the one I want to win. I think Emerald Fennella is an excellent screenwriter. I think what she did with the film was fucking phenomenal.
Yes.
I've seen some discourse on Twitter the last couple of days. I think you're wild. You're crazy. Child of Chicago 7, though, is the dark horse. I wouldn't even say dark horse. It's like... Promising Young Woman, Trial of Chicago 7. If we're talking about a dark horse, though, I wouldn't count out Minari or Sound of Metal. I think, or even Judas.
Really?
Honest, yeah. And the only reason I say this, and the reason I'm going with Promising Young Woman is because it won the Writers Guild. I mean, that's the biggest indicator. But for me, the reason I say not to count those out is because though Judas showed up way more than I thought it was going to be at the Oscars, so did Minari, and so did Sound of Metal. Those are three films I really thought were going to get snubbed quite a bit, and they didn't. So, yeah. Jumping over back to the chat, this is my favorite category of the year. It's a great category. Christian Knight, Promising Young Woman, has this locked at this point. Chicago 7 has an extremely small chance of winning because it has the Golden Globe, but this is Promising Young Woman's to lose, man. William Clark, it's going to Promising Young Woman. It took the Writers Guild Award, but wouldn't be surprised if Trial took it. I love Judas most out of this category, but it's going to Chicago. Geekly Goods, you are fucking insane, man. No, do not put that in the world. We need this. Paulo, original screenplay is probably my favorite category because I love all the nominations. I'm rooting for Promising Woman, but Minari would be a glorious upset. Dude, if Minari wins, Lee Isaac, oh my God, that'd be great. Where the hell is Palm Springs was the original screenplay? That movie did it, and I loved it. The only win that I'd be upset about is Sound of Metal.
I'm going to agree with Spaz here. I'm going to I won't be upset. Like I won't be, oh, how dare you?
Yeah.
But it's actually the one nomination in this category that I would easily take out. Like even if I think, for example, even if I thought Minari I wouldn't personally nominate, I look at this category and I'm like, Yeah, it belongs on that tier,
Okay.
of the best screenplays of the year. Sound of Metal, it's not a bad screenplay at all. It's just shy of being in this tier for me.
Okay, fair enough. Jumping back over best adapted screenplay. You want to read this one off, friend?
I will. The nominees for best adapted screenplay are Borat's subsequent movie film, The Father, Nomadland, One Night in Miami, and The White Tiger, which I still have to see.
Pretty good movie.
This is a tough one, Zach. This is a tough one between The Father, Nomadland, and One Night in Miami.
Who won the Writers' Guild real fast? Because I didn't even...
Oh, I have no idea.
I'll look it up.
Because it's, I believe, the one... Okay, I mean, it has the Best Supporting Actor nomination.
If that movie fucking wins, I'll be pissed.
Because it has so few nominations. I kind of wish we could see a One Night in Miami win, because that script is phenomenal. The whole film is phenomenal.
Kent Powers also should have been nominated for Soul.
Yes.
For his script.
But and it's still tough, because you then go to the favorites. I have no idea, but I think this one is between The Father and Nomadland. I'm pushing maybe for The Father a little bit, because it's so unique in the way it tells the story. It's tough. I'm going to say Nomadland is going to win, and The Father should win, and the dark horse is One Night in Miami. That's what I'll say. And again, I haven't seen White Tiger.
I'm going to tell you right now, the Writers Guild Award winner was Borat, which is absolutely baffling to me. Because I like the movie, but it's not. I mean, they say they're not scripted moments. So I'm sorry, but because technically, do you guys know Aladdin was not allowed to be part of the screenplay nominations back at the Oscars that year because Robin Williams did too much improv. So either they're lying and Borat was more scripted than we actually thought it was,
or the rules could have changed,
or the rules have changed, or stuff like that. Anyways, Borat should not win this. If Borat wins, I'll be very disappointed. So I'm actually going to say Borat. And that's not... I like the movie, but there's so much better scripts. So I'm going to say this. Borat is the dark horse in here. 100% Borat's the dark horse. Going back, The Father should win, but it's going to be Nomadland. The Father should win, but it's going to be Nomadland. I think Nomadland is another case where I actually feel like it's not as scripted as we think it is. I think that's actually one that is a little bit more improvised, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but the way that I view it, maybe that's just the direction that's how good the direction was it just felt real. It didn't feel like a fucking movie. So I don't know. I love Nomadland. So all right, moving in. Let's do animation real fast, because I think it's obvious which one's gonna win. Yeah, the Soul, right? Soul.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a dark horse?
The dark horse, honestly, is between, the way I see it at least, is between Wolfwalkers and Over the Moon. But I'm going to go, if I can only pick one, I'm going Wolfwalkers. And by the way, Tom Moore and Ross Stewart, wonderful guys. The movie is wonderful. But yeah, this has got to be Soul, man. It's like,
hell yeah.
I haven't seen Shaun the Sheep movie, so forgive my thinking that it is weird that it is even on here. But yeah, I'm going Soul, man.
For sure, man. For sure. Jumping over to the chat because I completely forgot to look at it because I'm stupid. I'm tired. Will you both be doing reactions to the Oscar videos? Yes. Ren?
I won't, because I live in the UK and the Oscars goes live at like 1 a.m. here, and I live with people. If I lived alone, maybe I'll do it.
We'll definitely be talking about it on the round table, though, our podcast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, not too bad.
We can do a special.
Yeah, I'm thinking if anything's No Love, Sad Not to See this. That is a good screenplay. So, unless you ask my girlfriend's mom, she'd tell you it's the worst fucking film she's ever seen in her life. Same with my sister. I think Nomadland will win, but The Father has a great chance of upsetting. It's Nomadland for adapted screenplay. Let's call it a day. No Mank on original screenplay. I was kind of shocked by that. One Night in Miami winning because it doesn't have a Best Picture. That is true. Rooting for The Father. I think it has a shot because people will be voting for Nomadland in other categories. They might want to give Florian Zeller something. I have a feeling this will be Nomadland's year. I'm rooting for the father, predicting Nomadland. Laugh my ass off if Borat won. I'd be pissed if Borat won. Telling you that right now. Let's do animation. You mean the Soul Award? Absolutely, Soul has it in the bag.
Yeah,
Hello,
that's a
Damien
good point.
Scott. And I think Wolf Walkers is a very distant second place. Last year, Claus felt closer to Toy Story 4. I want you guys all to know, I had such a heart attack last year. If you go watch my reaction video from last year and you just skip to the animation part, I was sitting there, I was like, please do not be anything else. Please not be anything else. And when it was Toy Story 4, I literally yelled, fuck yes. Because I didn't think it was going to happen. Starting back up, though, Best Actor in Supporting Role. Sacha Baron Cohen, The Trial of the Chicago 7. Daniel Kaluuya, Judas and the Black Messiah. Leslie Odom Jr., One Night in Miami. Paul Raci, Sound of Metal, which is just a great pick. And Lakeith Stanfield, Judas and the Black Messiah. Ren, let's hear your thoughts.
Okay, let me start with the dark horse. And it's actually the one person I would like to... I'm not saying he should, but in my heart, I would love to see Paul Raci win for Sound of Metal.
Yeah.
He was so good. Like, oh my god, it's his first performance. It's a joke how talented this dude is. I think this one is going to Kaluuya, man. I think this is Kaluuya's to lose. He's amazing in that film. He should not be. He should be in the supporting actor, but Lakeith should not be in the supporting actor because he has no shot at getting a nomination if he goes for lead. They put him in here. But yeah, I think this is for Kaluuya, 100%.
Kaluuya. I think that if there is a dark horse, it's Leslie Odom Jr., though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think he's the dark horse. But yeah, dude, Daniel Kaluuya. Right. No other winner should win this. I think easy Daniel Kaluuya. Kaluuya is the biggest acting lock, the easiest acting category. If I agree with that. This is like pretty much the only, I feel, award that's locked at this point. Like, this is, if Daniel Kaluuya does not win, I'll probably shit my pants. So, has that ever happened to you?
No. I mean, I've shat my pants, not because of the Oscars, but it has happened when I was like 5 years old.
Best Actress in Supporting Role, Maria Bakalova. Glenn Close, Olivia Colman, Amanda Seyfried, and Ye Jung-yeon. First off, this category is fucking weird because everyone is like, this person wins, this person. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. My personal pick for this, would probably honestly be almost any of these because I think they're almost all good besides Glenn Close. I think it's probably one of her weaker performances. She's good in the movie, but I think it's one of her weaker performances. I actually would not like Olivia Colman to win either. I don't think she's the big part about the father. I don't know what it is. Her performance didn't latch onto me. Maria, Amanda, and Ye are the three that really grab my attention. Personally, I think my favorite might be Amanda Seyfried in this role, though. Wow. I love Amanda Seyfried as in Mank. I think she's the best part about it. When I come down to this, though, I think it's Ye Jung-yeon's race to lose at this point. I think she's had too much big momentum the last couple of weeks, but I think the dark horse is Maria. I still think Maria has a chance, but I do think it's her award to lose. Ren?
So I actually think they're going to give it to Amanda Seyfried.
Dude, you are going crazy.
Dude, that's what I'm feeling. I think they're going to give it to Amanda Seyfried. I think Yoon Yoo-jung should win. Though I wouldn't mind seeing Olivia Colman win, man. I tell you, I told this in my review of The Father. It reminds me a lot of the Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood syndrome, where he was so unbelievably fucking good that everyone forgot how good Paul Dano also was, and he got no love. So I'm happy to see Olivia Colman getting some love. Wouldn't mind to see her win, but my pick is Yoon Yoo-jung. But I agree with you. Maria Bakalova is the dark horse, for sure, and I would also take Glenn Close out.
Hell yeah. For me, again, said what I said. Let's see. Amanda Seyfried, Glenn Close, the legend, but she shouldn't have been nominated. Young Jung-yeon is a great performance, and The Father being nominated for Best Picture gave it exposure it needed. I loved Amanda and Mank, and I agree Coleman shouldn't win. It should be Seyfried. There you go. All right, moving up, guys. We're getting down to the ending. Best Actress in a Leading Role. Viola Davis, Andrea Day, Vanessa Kirby, Frances McDormand, and Carey Mulligan. This is probably the hardest one because the one I want to win, I don't think will win. The one I want to win is Carey Mulligan easily, or Vanessa Kirby. I think they're both great. I think the winner is, in the end of the day, going to be Viola Davis, though.
Wow.
Ren, go.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm actually also torn. Like, between Vanessa, I've come to the point where I don't care who wins between Carey Mulligan and Vanessa Kirby. Like, either of these two should win. They're so even to one another. Yeah, they're so even to one another. It's beyond magnificent what they do with their films. Dark Horse. I'm actually going Frances McDormand. Because what she does, and not only is she carrying that entire film, but keeping the level of performance that she does with non-actors. Because you know what they say, the biggest part of acting is reacting. And she's got to react to these people who've never acted before, like you suspect they didn't even have a script and just said stuff, and she has to carry the story through that. So she also does a phenomenal job, so she's my dark horse. But again, do not ask me to pick who will and who should. I think either between Vanessa and Carey, I'm very happy.
This is the first time, guy. Well, in a while, where every actress on here has won some award besides Vanessa Kirby. So Vanessa Kirby could be the one who pops in and wins. We're gonna find out soon, guys. We're gonna find out soon. My favorite is Vanessa Kirby. That's the only one that doesn't stand a chance. I'm predicting Mulligan. Candida, let's go Mulligan. Morning, guys. Wanted to pop in. Thank you so much.
Yay, Amanda.
Amanda Fisto. I agree. Frances McDormand is the dark horse. Not that I know who the front runner is. I think Viola Davis or Carey Mulligan. However, I'm going with Mulligan because I don't see Ma Rainey winning 4 Oscars because it doesn't have a best nom. This could be different. It's happened before. Promising Young Woman is leading the win for Carey Mulligan. Mulligan. Seems like everyone is on the Mulligan train.
Yeah, I will say, I think it's more important for Carey to win.
I agree. Yeah. Even though I love Viola. Viola's great in Ma Rainey, guys. She's excellent. So get me my Coke. Hell yeah. Get me my Coke. I just love that. Best actor in a leading role: Riz Ahmed, Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Hopkins, Gary Oldman, and Steven Yeun. Ren, take it away.
You want me to start? So, guys, I'm sorry, but I know he's not the favorite because of how the awards so far have been going, but there's one person in this category who's playing in a league far above everyone else. And everyone else does a phenomenal job in their movies. Just saying already.
It's Gary Oldman.
But No, God.
I know.
Anthony Hopkins in The Father, guys. How fucking mind-blowing is that performance? Really, really look at what he done in that film. I've watched this film 4 times, 2 out of those 4, to analyze his performance alone.
Yep.
This is one, again, everyone else does such a great job. Everyone else, I love all their work all around. I'm actually going to be a bit upset if Anthony Hopkins doesn't win. This is the one where I'll be, not at the actor, not at whoever wins, if not Hopkins, but I'll be like, really, you picked whatever the other person did in their performance over Anthony Hopkins. So I'm going to be mad at the Academy, not at the person who wins, if somebody else wins. I just want to make that clear. But Anthony Hopkins in The Father, like, holy fucking shit. Take it away, Zach. I've had my say.
I'm going to say this. I think Anthony is the dark horse in this race. Or, I wouldn't say dark horse. I think he's second place right now. With, like, depending on how voting's gone and stuff like that and pushing it forward, depends on that. I think for me, the thing with Anthony Hopkins is Sony Picture Classic did not really push this film that hard. That is the problem with it. I did not see that many 4-year considerations, stuff like that. The winner of this is Chadwick Boseman. Hands down. And for me, I said it after I saw Ma Rainey, and I'll say it again. It's the fucking best performance of 2020. I understand you think Anthony, honestly, I think this is one of the strongest years for acting category. I hated when people were like, oh, why are we even having the Oscars? There's no films. This is a stacked year, guys. This is one of the best Oscar races I think we've ever had, honestly, and like my whole existence of actually paying attention to the Oscars. Because Steven Yeun, I think there's an argument to be made that he gave an incredible performance, very subtle performance, but an incredible. Gary Oldman transformed and brought to life Mank. Now, this is probably my least favorite performance in here, but he's still great. I would have taken Gary out, though, for Delroy Lindo, 100%, who should have been nominated for Da 5 Bloods. Again, Anthony Hopkins on another level. I've said it, and I said it in my review. He probably gives the best performance he's ever given in his entire life. And I know that's a blasphemy to say. Someone told me in the comments, you're too young. You haven't seen all of his films. Bitch, I fucking grew up with Anthony Hopkins. He's my fucking dad. Okay? Okay? I literally commented that to them. I said, bitch, he's my fucking dad.
Bitch.
Anyways, Chadwick Boseman is my winner. But my dark horse, Riz Ahmed.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you right now, any other year, and I really mean this, any other year, Riz Ahmed wins.
Okay.
If Chadwick Boseman didn't have his performance this year, it'd be Riz Ahmed. So, but yeah. I love Chadwick in here, man. That one monologue fucking broke me. I don't know. It broke me, man. I love that film. Chadwick Boseman, my prediction by Anthony Hopkins is an extremely good chance of upsetting. He does, and that's because of the BAFTA. He won the BAFTA, man. I've seen The Father, and Hopkins quite obviously deserves it, but I honestly vote for Boseman. King Chadwick, Delroy totally got robbed. Delroy should be there. Riz Ahmed and Anthony Hopkins are my personal favorites. Chadwick will take it, though. He was really good, though, so it'll be deserving. 3 years in a row where two of the best performances are in a single film. I would have liked to have seen Mads Mikkelsen and Tahar Rahim nominated. Everyone laughed at Ben Affleck being nominated for the CCA, but I actually love that performance. Dude, I would have loved if Ben Affleck or Mads got nominated. What about you, Ren?
I would put Mads somewhere in there for
sure. Who would you take out?
Between
my thing, I would only take out.
It's a toss-up between Riz and Gary. It's a toss-up between Riz and Gary. Maybe Riz.
Okay.
Though Riz's nomination is so important, but again, that's not what the Oscars should be about. But it is very important, so let's not forget that.
Yeah. 2018 Bradley and Gaga. 2019 Scarlett and Adam. And 2020 Viola and Chadwick. Yeah. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. He I really want him to win this. And I hope everyone knows. Please do not go out there and be like, oh, he only won because he passed away.
Oh, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. It's going to absolutely... It's the same thing that fucking happened with Heath Ledger, and it was fucking stupid. Heath Ledger gave the best performance of that year, hands down.
Yeah.
And again...
I want to believe that none of our friends watching right now will be one of those people. I hope not, but it's going to happen.
Oh, it will. And I already know... Like, I think a lot of it is, like, the older crowd, Like, our parents who... Facebook... I will literally comment on every fucking post and be like, fuck you. I'll literally say that out loud. Let's move to Best Director. Thomas Vinterberg for Another Round. David Fincher for Mank. Lee Isaac Chung for Minari. Chloe Zhao for Emerald Fennella for Promising Young Woman. Now, first off, hands down, so happy Thomas Vinterberg got in.
Yes!
That was my biggest surprise in here. David Fincher for Mank, great. I didn't think he was going to get in. Happy he did. Lee Isaac Chung for Minari, excellent choice. So happy for Lee. If you watched anything, he almost quit making films until he made Minari.
This was going to be his final movie.
Yeah. Do you think it still will be?
I want to think not, because he's clearly so good.
Yeah. Chloe Zhao, Nomadland, and Emerald Fennella. This is a stacked one, man. Another one that, if any of these people won, I'd be so excited.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a fucking winner. It's the clear winner. If they don't win, I will shove peanut butter in my face and scream on camera. Now watch this happen, and then in my reaction, it's just one shot of me screaming "fuck" and then me shoving my hand in peanut butter and
do it on Geeks of the Round Table, because I'll probably do not the same, but I'll find something to do.
Okay, you have to take it. You have to drink like a bottle or something on the podcast.
Of what?
I don't know. Something intoxicating.
I only drink water, so
lies. But yeah, Chloe Zhao's gonna win. Chloe Zhao doesn't win, I'd be absolutely shocked. I don't think there's any dark horse. I don't think there's a second place person. I literally think it's Chloe Zhao. Her direction with Nomadland is fucking incredible, and I cannot wait to see the Eternals. It's literally the sole reason that I'm so excited for the Eternals, even though besides the cast and stuff, but I have no idea what it is. So Ren, go ahead with it.
Manifesting Queen Chloe Zhao winning this award because holy fucking shit, Nomadland. I remember I had Nomadland at like number 6 on my best of the year, top 10 best of the year movies. It shot up quite a bit, Zach. Nomadland is a sensational film.
So
if you want, we can just
collection.
If you want, we can just put the best picture and best director category together because I'm having the same predictions. Queen Chloe Zhao and Nomadland supremacy for the win. I legit do not see this going any other way. It will be a legit shock and upset, much like the Oscars in 2017 when the right winner only won for 2 seconds. But it will be a major upset if it happens.
Yeah.
But Queen Chloe, bringing back cinemas and saving cinemas with Eternals in 2020. First Marvel Studios movie to be nominated next year. You wait and see. It's not gonna happen.
Well, Black Panther was nominated.
Yeah, but I still don't believe it's going to happen.
I'm going to tell you right now, Eternals gets nominated, and I think it wins. I think Marvel's going to push that film harder than they've ever pushed a film before.
Dude, I'm record this right now because it's going to be here in this chat. I want everyone in the chat to be aware of this. I hope I'm wrong. I do not believe for a second Eternals will have a chance of being nominated. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I eat pie. I don't actually eat pie, so I'll eat something else instead.
Okay, fair enough. Director's too easy. It's Chloe Zhao. LMFAO. I've never seen any of these movies. You should. I think I dropped Dead of Winterberg one. I think we'd all drop Dead of Winterberg one.
Same.
I'd get burned for this, but I actually love Mank's direction. My personal pick, Minari.
Mank's sensational. I hate seeing the hate toward Tenet. Sorry. I also hate to see the hate toward Mank.
Yeah, I agree. I would have put also in here, just so you guys know, Spike Lee, I think, deserves something for Defy Bloods.
Who'd you take out?
Don't hate me. I'd probably take Fincher out. Or Winterberg.
I don't hate you. I disagree, but I don't hate you.
But it's tough for me because I really like when an international film gets in. Like when Cold War got in that one year, Powell.
Oh, yeah. I never got to see it, man.
Dude, it's so good. Honestly, I liked it more than Roma.
Wow, okay.
Other than Roma was a really good experience in theaters, but I never cared to watch it again after. Like, I tried and I just never got into it. Whereas, like, Cold War I watched 3 times. So, like, I watched it at home, and then I went and saw it in theaters, and I watched it again at home. I really, really liked Cold War. So, Chloe Zhao crushed it hands down. Happy to see Fennell, Winterberg, and Fincher here. I love to see No Man's Land's direction, so I'll be happy to see Chloe Zhao. This is the best category. Academy Award nailed it. No Aaron Sorkin, thank God.
I would have put Sorkin over Mank.
I wouldn't have. But we're going to go to the most important thing. The one that they didn't mess up because they didn't nominate Borat.
They did mess up because there are 2 missing nominees.
Did they? Oh.
Yeah.
There should be 10. Next year will be the first year that there has to be 10. So
hopefully.
Hopefully. Ren, I'm going to let you do
10
this.
slots, motherfuckers.
I'm going to let you do this.
Okay. Nominees for Best Picture. The Father. Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yep.
Mank. Minari. Nomadland. Promising Young Woman. Sound of Metal. The Trial of the Chicago 7. Let me start by saying this. I would take, before I take anything out, let me say that there should be 2 spots here for Tenet and Soul. I don't care what anybody says. In a perfect world, Soul would win Best Picture. It's, again, I said I was going to repeat myself, but it's Nomadland. Nomadland for the win. Though I'd love to see... I'd be a little upset because I have $40 on the line if Nomadland doesn't win.
Who did you bet with? What'd they bet?
I didn't bet. I was doing a reaction to the nominations, and a viewer of mine said, "Predict the winner of Best Picture. If you guess it right, I'll give you $40." And I'm like, Nomadland. Nomadland is winning. And I genuinely believe.
What if they don't give you $40?
And I'll be like, "Fuck you, dude!" But what else can I do? I have more shit to worry about.
Hunt them down like Power Rangers.
Yeah, donate to the Power Rangers fund right here.
Yes.
Donate to the Power Rangers fund right here. As you can see, the collection is coming along pretty well. So if you want to donate to the Power Rangers fund, it's right there.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I'm going Nomadland. Wouldn't mind seeing either Promising Young Woman or The Father win. Sound of Metal is like the one movie, and Mank as well. Again, really great movies. I really love them. Doesn't quite get to this tier.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my say.
Okay, so I'm gonna sit here and say this. Soul should have been nominated, and I probably would have put, in a perfect world, I'd have Palm Springs, just like how you would have Tenet. But if we're actually going, it should have been One Night in Miami or Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. But either of those should have been nominated. Nomadland should win this. Nomadland will win this. If it doesn't, I don't want to say the peanut butter thing because I think there's still a chance it loses. But I think the momentum it's gained so far has been so strong.
You will eat a shoe if it doesn't win.
No, I'm okay. Shoes are gross. So are feet. So let's just say this. If there's a second place or someone who's right there, it's Trial of the Chicago 7, I think. Okay. And then I think there are two dark horses here. Minari and Promising Young Woman. Because Promising Young Woman has been a big discussion the last couple of weeks. And people are filling out their ballots right now. So you don't know how that goes. So, but the only reason is I do think Nomadland should win. I think it's the quietest film out of all these besides Minari. And kind of Sound of Metal, probably like the less flashy, showy type movie, but it doesn't need to be. I think the film was perfect, and I think that this is what should win and will win. So, guys, that's our final Oscar predictions. Woo woo! Woo! Thank you so much, guys, for joining. Kind of jumping back in, I think Nomadland will win. Tenet and Palm Springs would round up the top 10. Great picks. The reason I'm so confident Nomadland will win is that I think like 3 movies are tied for second. I like the Baby Yoda face. I've only seen half of the Best Picture nominees. This is the first time that I've actually caught up on all. Well, besides last year. It's easily Nomadland, but I think Chicago 7 could win due more to the messaging. That's where I was a couple months ago. But the whole world is not watching anymore. So, I know people have Trial of Chicago 7 as a potential spoiler, but I haven't seen a list that ranks it higher than Judas. So, if it's about the narrative, why is that above it? And that's the thing, guys. Keep that in mind. Everything going on in the world, Judas and the Black Messiah is a film that could win. It could. So, you know what 2020 did? 2020 is a great movie year, and the Academy did a great job selecting these films. Do you agree with that, Ren?
Yeah, I think all things considered, it was a great year, dude. I think overall we got some great films, and actually, I believe a lot of shitty movies passed us by without us realizing because we were only paying attention to the movies we needed to see, the movies that actually stuck out and survived to be released in that year.
So it's great. Ren, let them know where they can come find you. What do you got coming up this week? Any big reviews? Anything that the people should know about?
Ton of stuff, man. You can find me on Instagram at RenViera93. It's more of a personal account, but I always let you know what I'm watching, when I'm watching. This week, I got reviews for Yasuke, dropping tomorrow. Yep. I got a review for Shadow and Bone, and always on Thursdays at midnight EST, I drop my advanced reviews, non-spoiler, for the Invincible episodes that drop at that moment. And on Fridays, I always review Falcon and Winter Soldier, as well as the new version of Shaman King that is airing right now.
This is a busy week, man.
Yes, and of course I'll review Mortal Kombat. Still not sure if I'll get a screener or not, but somehow, one of the days I'll review it. And also, we're both dropping a review that we cannot say what it is or when we're dropping it right now, but I believe we can drop it this week.
We can, and that's the thing. I wasn't planning on. I was gonna hold it, but I was like, I gotta talk about it. I gotta talk about. I mean, I could hold it, but I want to talk about it so fucking bad, so bad.
But like, we can say what it is right now. We cannot say.
I can say it right now, right here. I'm gonna fucking do it. You guys ready? Here we go.
Don't.
This